So Isaiah Johnson coming over from Arizona. 12 games, appeared in 12 games, 1 start, total of 9 tackles, 2.5 tackles for loss, 2 sacks through 2024 season. But he's like 6'1", 310 pounds. I mean, another, big body to fill the middle. Trevor, Troy kicked it off last time. Get in here. What potentially, can we expect, from an Isaiah Johnson at that type of build?
So, I mean, we just talked about it, typical size, gap filler, big body. And I'll be honest, we don't know a lot about this cat, but Troy, you mentioned earlier, we were talking about getting guys from Penn State. When's the last time we took a guy from Arizona? I mean, we're seeing with Belichick, we've got a guy from Florida we're going to talk about tonight. We're seeing cats come from all across the country to come play for us. But like I mentioned with Melcart, they have a knack. Bill's whole career is going out and finding guys we don't know much about. He develops them and they turn into stars. So this is a kid that he's got all the size, all the tools. He was a 3-star, wasn't the highest ranked cat. Probably coming in with a chip on his shoulder, man. Just like we talked about with CJ. Right, he's not getting all the 5-star love and all that, man. He comes in here and he just wants to work. So they've got a prototypical defensive tackle that they're looking for. All these guys are long, big bodied, but they move well. When we're looking at CJ, man, all these guys they're not overweight. They're moving well for their size. So
they're in college shape already.
Yeah.
You look
and
at
this
CJ
is before their strength and conditioning that we got from the NFL,
Exactly. I mean, Isaiah's a guy that I anticipate to be a pretty solid depth piece for us. I obviously think CJ and him will play the same 2 positions or the same position. But right now, if I had to guess, I'd say CJ would take, the first snaps. But Isaiah's a guy, coming from, Arizona, a nationally known program, a program that's put guys in the league. And just, another guy, like you mentioned, that Belichick pedigree of guys that nobody really talks about. And, here they are, coming up, to Carolina, and suddenly they're making a big difference, and something that they didn't get a chance to do at their previous stop. But, he's kind of a shorter profile at 6'2". I don't know what the prototypical, interior defensive lineman would be, but 6'2", 275 compared to CJ's, 6'2", 300. So CJ's got some size on him there. But I think Isaiah's a good depth piece, man. I think he can come in and, and rotate with either him or another guy that we'll talk about in Robinson. But, another thing that I'll mention with him too that I think can't go unsaid is, we mentioned about him playing in Arizona, and we'll see how much of a leadership role he plays for the defensive line too. I mean, anytime you get a guy that comes from a power level conference, team like that, it's definitely a good get. So that's pretty much all I got on him. Anybody want to chime something else in? I can take it from me.
No, not much on him. He's a gap filler. We're going to see him a lot in the short yardage, goal line stuff. So excited to see what he can turn into, though. I think they went out and they got him for a reason.
Hey, Tar Pit crew. Thanks for tuning in today. You just heard a clip from a recent episode where we broke down one of the key position groups. If this episode hit the mark, do us a favor, like it, drop a comment, and share it with a friend. That kind of support keeps the podcast rolling. You can catch full episodes of the Tar Pit Podcast on Spotify and YouTube. Don't forget to follow and subscribe today. The Tar Pit Podcast is proudly powered by Untapped Sports Network. Thanks for listening, and as always, go Heels.